Hey team, Coach Ben here to talk about our upcoming 9v9 season. This season we'll be playing 9v9 instead of 7v7 on a much larger field. Being on a larger field, there are some changes to the rules that we have to become familiar with. The goalkeeper can now drop kick the ball instead of throwing or passing only with their feet. There is also no longer a build out line. Another rule that's now in effect is offsides. I'll be putting out a new video about that shortly. This will be a learning curve for some, and I will work with the players to help them understand it. But I'm also happy to help the parents understand as well. So please ask questions so that I can help everyone. Slide tackling is now allowed, but I prefer not to, as the players can easily hurt themselves, cause fouls, or hurt others if they have not had practice or training on proper technique. Now, onto the formation. We will be playing a 1-2-3-2-1 formation as our default. There are many pros and cons of this formation that will be covered in later slides, but it is important to note that the role of the wingers and the impact they will have on defense and offense. On defense, we will look like a 1-4-3-1, ready to defend the goal at all costs. When we transition offense and the wingers get forward, we will play in a 1-2-1-4-1 formation, or a 2-5-1 formation. Alright, now a little bit more detail about the positions. First up are the center backs. We'll have two central defenders that will remain central to the field, relying on the wingers to cover the wide areas. These two will be encouraged to make passes back to the keeper and move to get open for the return pass. One center defensive midfielder will play as a holding midfielder. After the attackers, this is the first line of defense, and will need to be keen on intercepting the ball and aggressively pressuring the opposition. This player will be responsible to support every player as a pass outlet. When the team is in possession, this player will focus on two-touch passing. We'll have two wide wingers that will be responsible for commanding the flanks. They will operate from box to box, supporting the offense and sprinting back to cover defense. These roles will work with the center defensive mid and center attacking mids to get the ball into the striker or directly play it to them. We'll have two center attacking midfielders or cams who will act as the connection between the midfield, defenders, and the striker. These players' roles on offense is to take the space on the dribble and pass to the striker and overlapping wingers. The expectation is that these players will be getting into shooting positions inside and around the box. We'll be playing with one lone striker up top. Though they need to be focused on attacking, they also need to be utilized as teammates, particularly with the cams and wingers. Their job is to get it to the striker, but often the striker will need to get it to them so that they can get it back. I expect lots of give and goes with supporting players. This player will also be pressing the defenders to help win the ball back up the field and start counterattacks. Okay, now that we understand the positioning a little bit, let's see what this would look like in a game situation. As we build out from the back, either from a save, a goal kick, or just maintaining possession, we need to work as a team. One element of the teamwork will be setting up passing diamonds, which is the evolution of triangles. Watch how these move around the field. As the center back brings the ball forward, the rest of the team needs to adjust into open positions. Notice the passing diamonds that form. These are quick, easy passes that can be made and should be the first choice. We cannot be afraid to utilize our keeper because they can switch the ball to the other side of the field. Another choice for pass is to the striker moving towards the corner. Though quick passes are the preferred option, changing it up helps keep the opposition guessing. Even if the ball is on the other side of the field, all of the players need to be moving into positions to support. Notice how these right-sided players have moved in to maintain diamonds. For now, we'll move the ball out to the winger. In the diamond formation, this player can pass the ball back to the center back, to the cam, the CDM, or the striker in the corner. There are many passing options because the team has adjusted to support. Let's keep moving the ball forward and pass it to the cam on that side of the field. Now, let's hit that striker in the corner with a pass. As we make that pass, look how the team has moved to attack the goal. The cam from the other side of the field has come over to support up top, and the opposite winger has come central. If the ball were played across by the striker, we would have plenty of attacking options ready to pounce on scoring. For this example, the striker doesn't have a crossing option, and the cam from the other side of the field is guarded. So we're going to pass it back to the cam that just passed the ball. What this has done is pull the defenders away from their goal, and we can make a one-time or quick two-touch pass to the now central winger. Now through on goal, we can go down and take the shot as the cam and the striker pounce on the goal. This is a simple example of my goal for how the formation and strategy will look this year. Alright, so a few key takeaways. For this season, we'll be playing 9v9 on a much larger field with some rule changes. Our formation will be a 1-2-3-2-1 formation, and we'll be focusing on using passing diamonds. On defense, we'll all come back to help except for the striker. Our focus on defense will be to congest the middle and not allow any passing down the middle of the field, and to pounce on any opportunity to take the ball and prevent the other team from taking shots. On offense, only our two center backs stay back, and our center defensive mid lurks outside the box to take shots, make passes, or quickly break up any counterattacks. We need to be aggressive in that final third of the attack. Everybody should be looking to take some shots on goal. Thank you so much for your time today, and if you have any feedback, questions, comments about the strategy or formation, please let me know. Check out this video to see why every kid should play soccer, or this playlist for off-season training. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this with everyone, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future content.